Hello everyone, today we have here with us Rajiv Bang, the founder of Agri Marg. So Rajiv, what is Agri Marg's story?
Hi Sumit, hi, thanks for doing this. So basically Agri Marg is trying to solve the various issues of the agri supply chain. When we say various issues, that consists of understanding how important the major supply chain works, right? In terms of the quality check, how credit lines are very unstructured in the market, logistics support. It could be discovery of rates, it could be providing of optimized logistics, or a lot of things in the agri supply chain. So that's how we understand that to increase efficiency of day-to-day operations of every stakeholder of the agri supply chain. It could be a farmer, it could be a FPO, it could be a trader, it could be a manufacturer, miller. By receiving rates from them on daily basis, structuring these rates, analyzing these rates, we understand every commodity based on its location, the type of quality and the pricing. Now we use the transporters data and we map every location with the transport data, and we share out the rates to buyers exactly on their delivery location cost, so that it's become easier for buyers to compare before purchasing from their existing suppliers, so that they can negotiate well. At the same time, if they feel like let's give Agri Marg a try because the rates are really nice, they can switch to Agri Marg and the complete transaction happens through Agri Marg. So it's a completely traditional trading platform, I would say, but at the same time all these services now are open for everyone in the stakeholder in the ecosystem to use. Anyone can use the quality check part, anyone can use the finding the best credit lines, anyone can use the logistics part, anyone can understand which rate or which commodity he should be transacting in. If a customer has been dealing in sugar for the last 20 years, but the margins in onions or margins in rices or pulses is way more than sugar, so why not he switch his 30-40% of his complete revenue to other commodities, right? So that's what we want to, as it's a very beautiful supply chain. Agri commodity as a business itself is very, very, very inclusive. When you say it is a high generating, volume generating and profitable business to be in, right? So that's how we look at Agri Marg to solve various issues for everyone in the ecosystem. Then we connect every dots of the ecosystem, every partner in the AgTech. It could be any competitor you say. So they're not competitors for us, they are the partners, collaborators. We're connecting the dots. Either we are a buyer to them or a supplier to them, or they use any of the services which we have built. So that's how we try to improve everything which is happening in the supply chain.
Yeah. Nice. So what makes you what has been your life experience which brings you till here?
Right. For me personally, my family has been into sugar trading for the last 25 years. Seeing my dad day in and day out struggle with the operation, with the logistics, getting these calls day in and day out at night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, understanding the credit line models. Very difficult to see as a child. See him very struggling with his operation. At the outside it looks like he's earning well, but at the inside you understand his complete journey is being stuck with these operations day in and day out, right? That is when you realize that it's not just about your dad anymore, it's about thousands of people in the agri supply chain are facing the same issues, right? So that's how we understand that let's start with one vertical at one time, but then eventually we understand what solving one vertical would just help one kind of a partner in the business, right? Who's handling the operation? What about the person who's handling the sales? He needs new sales. What about the partner who's procuring on real-time basis? Usko bhi kisi ki madad chahiye rahegi. So that's where we understand to be a part of the ecosystem would be more impressive and helpful for everyone from the stakeholders, right? So that's how we came into the picture.
Great. So how did you find your co-founder?
Right. So the co-founder founded me. Basically, he came up with the idea of the quality check part, and then he vanished out of thin air. Then me being an enthusiast, I worked on it in such a way that we understand that there are more than one vertical to work on. It became a complete now a trading platform with multiple services, multiple channels of revenue. That's how once I built that after a span of 3-4 months, then I reached out to him saying that now we have built something really nice of what you started. So can we just do it together? Let's get back to build the dream team together, what we have been trying to do for ourselves. As youngsters, we need to understand that we can build the next a huge process out of this particular idea, right? So that's how we started it.
So I wanted to know that when you decided to, do Agri Marg, what were the different choices or options were there available for you? Maybe you said your father is already was
Right.
into sugar trading.
Right.
So were you looking to join him, or did you join him? And like,
So that's a very interesting question. You've directly touched the part where it was hitting the most, right? So family being a business, being into sugar, they are generating enough turnover, right? So, but just earning money out of money is something which everyone can do, I feel, right? But adding value to the system, generating employment at the same time, creating real value for the stakeholders who are troubled with their day-to-day operations. That gives you a push to do something different from what has been happening for the last 25 years. That's where family business was out of the zone for me right from the start, because I always wanted to create value. And at the same time, a lot of offers have come through. I have switched more than 4 companies in the first 3 years of my corporate life, because I understand adding value. And the moment you are your growth stops, or you understand that this is all I can learn, you can probably be a consultant going forward, and you can just move on with your life to explore more things, right? So people will come, people will offer you great things, but eventually after a span of a few months, if your growth is being hampered at a very early age, I feel then you're absolutely wasting your time and efforts, and the passionate thing you could have built, which could have been used by someone else with a lower opportunities, right? There are thousands of people who are more efficient, more excellent in terms of their work, in terms of the creativity from us, through us, right? So if I can able to create something which they might be able to use going forward, and they not have to think about their financials at that much, so that would give me a real booster that might be that person who is actually trying to bring a change. Like everyone, I guess every startup founder is looking for the same thing, to build something which can be used by everyone in the current generation. Yeah.
that's great. That's
Thank you.
great thought. So how do you like deal with any bad review from a customer, or your some business partners?
Right. Firstly, I believe discipline and the routine, what you set for your day-to-day work style, is very important. For me personally, meditation has been a real booster for my life. Right. Even 5 minutes of my meditation gives me a 2-hour energetic feel, wherein I can absolutely observe things and not react on every single thing, because they are going to be situations where good and bad things are just in your head, right? They're just situations which you aren't dealt with right away. Let's say if I haven't given you right things to ask, or right things I have not been able to say, and then these thoughts get multiplied. But if you're able to just observe what you've been doing, what the things have been coming to you, just observe, and then probably act rather than react. So it works well. So meditation has been a great help.
That's great. That's great advice. Last question from me would be, what has been your experience at 21/72 by Agri Growth?
Right, I would thank 21/72 for organizing such a lovely event. The ambience, the networking happened here has been one of the tremendous thing I've ever felt in my complete journey. This is the perfect platform for every startup founder, for every investor to be a part of, and I am very thankful to Agri Growth.
That's great. Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank you so much. Bye.